Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Interesting game title that I've now seen mentioned multiple times, along with other games I've enjoyed. Figured I'd give it a try. I notice I can't use the mouse here. I have to use your WASD or arrow keys. Guessing video settings are all fine. Okay. Oh, I can move. Okay. Can I can interact with the car perhaps? Oh, okay. There also appears to be a path that goes the back. How do I interact? Oh. Instruction booklet and a letter. Okay. Start with the booklet, I guess. uh, Save this instruction booklet for future reference. Okay, this symbol is your guarantee that Timogo? Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, I gotcha. Before playing, what really happened at this old hotel? Who are you? Who are the other visitors? The goal of this game is to find out the truth. To get the most out of this game, play in a quiet and dimly lit environment with pen and paper at hand. Do I want to get actual pen and paper, or do I want to use Obsidian like I have done in the past? We'll see what kind of notes I need to be taking. This game requires knowledge of real-life systems like the 24-hour clock, Roman numerals, Arabic numbers, and other such like concepts. Parts of this game deal with and depict sensitive subjects and themes. Player discretion is advised. Controlling the game. This is weird they throw this into the game. I guess you could easily miss this. So that's kind of curious. Oh well. This game uses contextual controls, of which only the most common scenarios are outlined. Directional input. Player character walks in the direction pressed. If the player character has enough caffeine in her blood, she will instead run. Also used for various selections and menus and highlighting objects when in a zoomed in perspective on an object. Directional input is also used to control the is it magnifying glass cursor while viewing maps once found. Buttons. When pressing any button near an interactable object or another character, the player character will be able to interact and take contextual action in different ways. The player character is not in the proximity of anything. Pressing the button will allow her to introspect. See page 4. I wonder if this would be better on controller. The way that this is set up so far, it probably doesn't matter. Introspect. The introspection screen allows you to view various information you come across during your adventure. On the main page, you can monitor various information about the player character's status, needs, and health. You can also review how much of the truth has been recovered. A 100% truth recovery is not needed to complete the game. Photographic memory. Every letter, document, note, and other important information found throughout the game is stored in the player character's memory. This information can be retrieved and viewed at any time. That's nice. Current possessions. Allows you to see what the player character is currently carrying in her bag. Notes about objectives, provenance, characteristics, and such can also be viewed from here. Mental notes keep track of things to do. When a task has presented itself in the game, a note is made and is visible on the screen for a few seconds. These tasks are stored for later viewing. The mental notes that are crossed out when cleared. Personal history keeps a chronological record of events which have occurred in the game. This includes character encounters, new locations found, etc. After finding a byte save system, you'll be able to access it through the introspection screen. And saving the game. Computers are found throughout the game. From here, you are able to save and load the game. Please observe that this software does not automatically save your progress. Any unsaved progress will be lost forever. Okay, good to know. Should the game end, you'll have to restart from your last save. Computers can also be used to load files from disks. It is recommended to save your game before loading unknown files. Okay. You can also use computers to find valuable information and statistics about your current playthrough. Advice and tips. Throughout the game, you will find American dollars. The different rewards you can purchase with them are not required to complete the game. Spend your American dollars wisely. Their amount is finite, and new things to purchase might be discovered as you progress. In and around the hotel, you will encounter bolted shortcuts. Opening them is not required to complete the game, but can make traversal quicker. A hint on how to unlock shortcuts is hidden within the hotel. Listen very carefully if a person wearing an owl mask speaks. If a revolver is raised, it means the game could be over if you do not answer correctly. You might not always have the required knowledge to solve a puzzle. Explore, observe, and make sure to check your memories. Some obtained information might be valuable later. Okay. I did mention saving for future reference. Do I need to do that manually, or will this be available as part of this photographic memory thing? How do I go back? Escape? Nope. Space? Yep. A photo fell out of the instruction manual. A very dead-looking person covering their eyes. Okay. There's also a letter here. Memory recovered. December 13, 1962. Signoria. As discussed, I am expecting your arrival at Hotel Letztes. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce this. Jar on January 7th of next year. This project is my magnum opus, the mother goose of all birds. It is my firm belief that you can help me transcend the limitation of art for humans. We will put on a show for the eyes of the cosmos. Ab imo pectore. Arnero. Okay. This is addressed to the player character, I think. So Signora is her name. I'm going to go with that for now. And this is the name of the hotel that we are at that was mentioned, right? Letztes. That's my best guess on how to pronounce that. So this letter was from 1962, but we arrived next year. So if things went according to this letter, we arrived January 7th, 1963. There's no telling whether that's what the current day is, though. I don't appear to be able to do anything else. Okay. How do I go back from this? Oh, there's an arrow there. Didn't realize I was narrow at first. Radio, start car, glove compartment. Okay, hold on. I want to. How do I look at. There we go. We have a truth recovered percentage, current location of the forest, stress level, temperature, caffeine influence, bladder, economy, photographic memory. Documents. Okay, yeah. So the instruction booklet is saved. Okay, I don't need to do that manually. And we have the letter and a lot of unknowns. Current possessions. We just have. Oh, we got descriptions for stuff too. Came with the car. It's small, very light, and has started to crack. There is an LC logo on one side and a serial number on the other. The Lily Christine, or LC for short, is an Eastern European car model from Automobile Work. Its bodywork was made entirely of plastic, making it exceptionally cheap to produce. Its keys were similarly made of plastic and accordingly easily snapped in the ignition. After Trom Automobile Work collapsed, the corporation was confirmed to have been involved in a network of corporations which produced systems and components for materializing spectral information. What? Tampons? Bought in a pharmacy in a town near the hotel. Made out of absorbent cotton, wrapped in wax paper. Tampons were invented in the early 1930s and are designed to absorb blood and vaginal secretions during menstruation. The lack of an applicator suggests an origin which is not American. It is not uncommon for hygiene products to be wrapped in wax paper as late as the 1960s. Moon cycles and menstruation have historically been linked, and even today, many debunked myths about menstruation are widespread due to taboos, ignorance, and superstitions. Mental notes. Meet him at the hotel. Meet who? Personal history. Arrived by car. We have the date. This date does not match. This date matches. Okay, yeah. It's not in-game time. This is real time. I'm kind of surprised they wouldn't do in-game dates, but maybe there's puzzles related to in-game dates, and so they can't really give you the date there. Given how that letter we found has the date and underlined on it. Okay, there's still more to do in the car. Let me just finish this. There's a radio. We just chill and listen. All right. Kind of a banger, but let's leave that unlocked, I guess. I don't know how that matters. Can I access the trunk? No. Can't walk around either side. We have what appears to be a map. Memory. Okay. This sign has been erected by the National Heritage Board and is maintained by the Augenwaldberg, maybe Resident Association, in consultation with the Augenwaldberg Cultural Committee. The Augenwaldberg Forest and surrounding areas were given status as a national park in 1958. Camping or lighting fires is strictly prohibited within the park at all times. Ecology and wildlife. Trees of the forest maintain consistent. What? Okay, I read that way wrong. The trees of the forest mainly consist of members of the. Uh, I don't know. Agaceae family, including oaks, chestnuts, and beeches. Please report any instances of beech bark disease to the National Park Administration. The Augenwaldberg Forest is the home of many species of animals, including wildcats, badgers, bats, deer, and wild boars. The forest has Central Europe's largest colony of boreal owls. History and culture. Archaeological findings dating as far back as the Paleolithic era suggest that the grounds were considered holy. Today, because of its cultural history, it remains a favorite spot for artists, and countless films, books, and other works have been created to or conceived here. For hundreds of years, the land was owned by the Schwarzwald family, of which the last member was renowned painter. Gonna be Renate, maybe Schwarzwald. After her tragic death, the state used the building as a home for the blind. After which, the structure was sold and turned into the first hotel in the region. Origins of the mausoleum on the land is unknown. In fact, whether someone is buried inside or not has been a source of debate by local historians. The cemetery administration has refused the exhumation of the mausoleum. The site is home to a myriad of legends and mysteries. Reports of ghosts are plenty, and many visitors have tried to find a fabled treasure. Whether it has ever existed is unknown. What mysteries will you find here? If these things exist, maybe we'll come across them. Treasure. Something about a body being buried. And we have a map. Looks like there's a P, I assume, for park, an I for information panel, a little circle probably indicating a you are here. I notice a red arrow basically along the first left that this path goes. The hotel must be at the top. Perhaps a church or something of some sort on the right. Okay, let's go see. Oh yeah, I can see the hotel in the back with the sign. Just too late to go back. Okay. And I think I did everything with the car, right? Let me just do one last quick check. I think I did. Photo, instruction booklet, letter. Yeah, okay. What if I lose my key and I can't get back in? It shouldn't matter. We go see what's to the right, or maybe go check out whatever that arrow is. I don't suppose it's that thing on the left right there. Should be right here. Okay, it is. Yeah. Oh, an American dollar. Guess let's just go see what this is since we're here. Caravan. Locked. There is a letter slot in the door. Tickets is scribbled in red paint below the slot. I don't have tickets. Perhaps I require some sort of ticket. The money counts as a ticket? No. Okay. Okay. It did something when I selected the item. Okay. But it added a mental note, right? Unlock the caravan. Okay. I wanted to read about the money. Found everywhere. On the front of every bill, the picture of the president has been scribbled on with black ink. It has been given cartoon mouse ears, eyes, and nose. There are stains of red substance on each bill. Why is this being described as if it's every single bill? I only have one. I guess this is a description in case you had multiple or something. That this is just how all the money we find is going to be. On the other side, the depiction of the Eye of Providence has been consciously circled using the red substance. Oh, okay. Is that the name for the eye on the pyramid? I actually don't know if I knew that. Forgot if I did. Um, hmm. Dollar bills with similar doodles have been in circulation in Northern Europe for at least 4 decades. They have been linked to case number, but it is likely that the vast majority of these bills are copies by unassociated pranksters. There have been exactly 100 findings of confirmed originals. Hmm. Okay. I should make a personal mental note that sometimes you can walk off screen to locations that aren't immediately obvious as being somewhere you can go. I'm guessing this is locked as well. Yep. Do I have to select an item? Okay, no, I don't have to select an item for the reminder to pop up. Unlock the gate to the cemetery. 3 tombstones and the door, they all have this symbol on them. Okay. Go to the actual town now. There's another branching pit. No, it loops back around. That's right. Can I walk off to the side anywhere? No. The dog's got something. What you got there? Um, let's start by inspecting the collar. The tag reads Rudy. What you got for me, Rudy? Our mystery starts in previous correspondence. Find the year. Okay, this makes me think this must be the letter um, that's being referred to here. So is R narrow the hymn that we're supposed to be meeting December 13, 1962? But then also next year is highlighted. So maybe 1963 is whatever year. Is something locked by this date, perhaps? Unlock the front gate. I can't go any further this direction. Okay, there was a door over the left. I saw. There's a camera that I can't inspect. Someone's watching. There does look like there's a combination. I'm going to guess it's the number I mentioned, which was, it's got to be 1963. Why would you highlight the next year? Wait, 19? No. I can't go the other direction, can I? Yeah. Handheld gaming device. Is this what was mentioned in the Byte Says gaming system? Okay, what does that do for me? Shut down. Install game. Calc.rom. A calculator. Can I use my numpad? No, that's too bad. Okay, cool. I don't have any games to install. We've got 3 slots for games. Can I use electrical cabinet? I'm guessing I can use the computer. That's what I assume I use for saving. We got a pin board and a shortcut. Like electrical cabinet also has a lock. Wait, how do I... Okay. Unlock the electrical cabinet? Yep. Save, load, delete. Boot file from disk. Run statistics program. Ah, okay. I've got 1 out of 20 outside dollars. Tells you how much money there's to find in each location. Quiz club, shortcuts. 20 shortcuts to find. Said any key, but I think I had to press space. I pressed a different button and didn't do anything. Load file from disk a way to maybe like export your save and load it on a different computer or something. No, you can load from something in game. What's that gonna be then? Okay. Among handwritten notes like lock gate, feed dog, and write handwritten notes, there is a typed letter. They have a handwritten note for writing handwritten notes. Why? Signoria. You were as expected clever, like the mouse who finds the fresh carrot among moldy cheese. Forgive the strange welcome with a locked gate and a black dog. We have to be sure to keep uninvited guests away. Meet me inside. Our journey, 116 years back in time, is about to begin. The past is the key to the future. Our narrow again. Yeah, okay. Our journey is 116 years. Okay, I have an idea for the, okay, so I think this electrical cabinet is probably the only thing I can use. And I think the obvious thing to do, shoot, what was it, 116? 1847? Oops. Oops, 18. Nice. Panel. We have some numbers and 2 dials, a toggle switch with 3 numbers. Something that reads 2014. Do I have to... okay. We have... I see the plus and equals. So we have to select 3 numbers that add to 2014. There's not very many combinations here to actually try, though. Is there a way to do this without writing it out and trying different things? A way to reason through this somehow? I mean, you might be able to reason through it a little bit using by just trying to go with okay, well, okay, there's some things we can do here. Like you can't 2422 is not a valid option. So that limits this first one to only be between these first two. The first one, 1190. We need to get all the way to 2014, but I don't know if you can quite get there when 780 is the biggest number on the second dial. That only gets you to, is it in the 1900 something? Like not quite there, and I don't think the 91 is enough to offset it. So maybe that stays at 1848. And then we have 259. Oh, geez. Too many numbers to do in my head here. Can I simplify this to about 260? And we've 1800 or 1840 would be about 2000. I don't think that's quite gonna work. But this would be too much, right? Okay, wait. Does it actually work like this? Maybe. No, I don't think that worked. Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to kind of eyeball it without actually solving it. I can pull up an out of game calculator just so I don't have to go back and forth for convenience. So let's see, 1190 plus 780 is 1970. Yeah, see that? Okay, that is actually okay, but then 44 would be enough. My intuitive guesses on the numbers were a bit off. Hello. Okay, we have, how many paths do we have here? We can go into the hotel itself. I see a doorway on the left. You have 4 kind of statues. Where does this open? We're on the other side of the shortcut. Surveillance monitor. Oh, the sound changes. There's a man at the gate. What? Huh? A different gate? Different time? Oh wait, did I miss that? There's these red footsteps. Oops. What am I doing? Go back. Oh. And now he's gone. Great. I may have just let some random person in. Bolted shortcut 16. There's an S and a C on the door. Oh, we there's a 16. Okay, that's just the number of the gate. Is this typical combination style thing here? Okay, no, it just needs It just needs a number. There was something that mentioned a way to figure out how to unlock these. I think we have to wait on that for now. Oh, we can interact with the sculpture. Dreamer. Magician. I saw the dog. Is there something there? Also a ladder. Artist and creator. Sure, that's going to be important for something, right? Oh, is this a gate right here? No, it kind of looked like it. Okay, but there's some stairway down. It looks like some money. More red footprints on the main door. Oh, more money. Wait, hold on. I didn't check the lower right corner. Anything I can do? Oh, more money. Ah. All right, let's check this upper left path before going inside. More money. Shortcut. Okay. I think it's time to go inside the hotel. Hmm. Code for entrance keypad. Hmm. Yeah. I've already exhausted the numbers I know about, right? Oh, camera. Okay, what if I missed? There's not going to be anything on the forest map. That was to open the front gate. That was for the panel. I don't suppose I need to use the same number? That would be weird, right? Or maybe the red footprints are supposed to be a hint that the red footprints down here are related. Maybe there's something to find in here that has the way in. Were there any other channels? It doesn't seem like there would be. Oh wait, there's something on the bench. Did I miss that? Maybe the guy left it there. Yeah, okay, there's a calling card hidden inside the hat. I am half a magician without you. May I be permitted the enchanting pleasure of entertaining you this evening. You complete me. Okay, well, this is probably has to do with the statues, right? The layout. These symbols also correspond to the statues, perhaps? How exactly? Do I have to interact with the statues in a particular order or something? But then there's also the center. One of these was a magician. I don't seem to be able to do anything else with these. Okay. Now I was wondering if maybe each of these lines somehow corresponds to one of the statues, but I don't think that quite works. Lorenzo the... Oh, you know what this is? Might be related to the caravan. This might ticket in. Nope. I don't have it as an item to give. Okay, never mind. Yeah, because it says Lorenzo the Great. So that guy must be Lorenzo the Great. Let me see if anything else changed out here. Doesn't seem like it. Let's not do that. Yeah, it says any key, but nope. Only the... Well, not any of my keys, but maybe any of these keys, perhaps. Maybe how to interpret that. What is the purpose of this shortcut when it's not really that much shorter unless the gate was closed or something? The dog's sitting on the bench. Okay, I'm already kind of stumped on what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay, I suppose I should just try. The number. What was it was I already forgot. Hold on. What was the date exactly? It was 1963 minus 116. 1847. That's not there's no way this is gonna be what this is, right? Because we already used it. Oh wait. Jesus. I just kind of mentally filtered out the coloring as unimportant. I need to remember that obviously it's not unimportant. um, okay, I didn't expect the same number to use twice, but those digits were all painted, so it made sense. Okay, it looks like they went left. There's some stairs down. Okay, let's look around this room. There are notices about events and happenings at the hotel. Oh, lots of stuff. Notice about missing script pages. Missing script pages. Has anybody seen my lost pages last seen in my typewriter January 13th? The content has cosmic scratched out personal value. There is a substantial reward for finding all 9 of them. Please deliver them personally. I am staying in room 1963. Same number again. Interesting. Exhibition. Second floor, open all day, free admission. Among the many portraits, lithographs, and sculptures in the collection of Hotel Letstez, Jahir, guests and visitors are welcome to visit the exhibition hall on the second floor. We are proud to currently be hosting the absorbing mixed media work of Lorelei Wise, as well as our standing showing of Renate Schwarzwald's Himmelscopper paintings. There's something written on the back. Have you taken the challenge of knowledge and are ready to step out into a world of true art? Are you the foretold knock-ins? Mulir? Knockins Mulir? Am I reading that right? We welcome you, the real connoisseur, to see it all in the red gallery on the second floor. The second line's different too. Second floor, open to the enlightened. That was kind of a fun challenge to read that flipped. Okay. Are you the foretold Knockins Lear? Is that? Okay, well, we'll keep this in mind. Notice about a ghost tour. Guided tour with dinner. Backyard. Sign up required. Brave the haunted dark nooks and crannies of the hotel and soak up the atmosphere of centuries past. Our nightly ghost tour is exclusive to our bravest guests, as the old building is home to a wide variety of spirits, good and bad. Most famously, the Countess, who is said to stalk the hallways in search of her eyes. And who knows, perhaps you will also be invited to find and enter the many hidden passages on the tour. There is a repeating theme of eyes in this game, right? We've got the title of the game itself. Curious how that relates to the game. There's that photo of the lady covering her eyes. There was the mention of the on the American dollar, the eye being circled or something, right? Now we have a spirit looking for their eyes. Please observe that pre-registration is required and that children are only allowed in the company of an adult. Fortune telling and magic show. Locations TBA, free for hotel guests. Since its opening, the mystery of magic and fortune telling has been synonymous with Hotel Let's Jar. How is this actually pronounced? Is it Jar? Maybe it's just Jar. Let's Jar or Jahar. Probably just Jar. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Jar until I learn otherwise. Our guests can meet with the local mystic or enjoy his mysterious magic show. But be aware he always has a trick up his sleeve. Is that the caravan guy? Notice about a quiz. Quiz night, secret location only for members. Feeling knowledgeable? Try joining the secret quiz club. This was mentioned on the computer terminal thing, right? Hotel, it says Jar is the proud home of Europe's most trying trivia nights. How trying? Well, try it in the first place. Try finding it in the first place. To those who find their way to the halls of wisdom, we promise an elite quiz which will challenge your awareness and perhaps even put your survival skills to the test. Any hints in this thing itself? Not that I can tell. Has anyone seen our document tubes? Please come by our temporary studio in the basement if you know of their whereabouts. Thank you. Okay. There's a thing here. Start music. I didn't read a phonograph. Okay, that's nice. I hear talking. Does it say private on the door? I can't go behind the counter, but it looks like there's something back there. Like that cabinet has like a lock on it. Oh, I see. There's an arrow. So it looks like it connects to the room on the left, perhaps, or somewhere back behind. Maybe we see what's at the office door. There's someone talking in there. Yeah, I hear that. Listen in. You want to change the title to Laser Eyes? More action? Have you even read what I sent you, Mr. Bob Hamburger? Is there someone with a soul I can talk to instead? I'm not being rude. If anything, I'm being too polite. What the heck? Someone is still in there. Oh, coat hanger. Oh. Huh. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave my coat there. Why not? Let's... I want to try this way first, I guess. I don't know. Film poster. A dog like all other dogs. Plus sign lithograph. Hold on. What is it? Is a lithograph? I'm looking this up real quick. Well, the definition I was given was not very helpful. A lithographic print. Lithographic relating to or produced by lithography. These definitions are not helpful. It's just a type of painting or something. Yeah, it's a method of printing. Fill in water. Okay, yeah, it's just a method of printing. Okay, but it says plus sign lithograph. Okay, I already have a thought. It's in between two paintings. Maybe these posters. Un animal terrible. Or terrible. We have a terrible animal, right? A dog like all other dogs. My guess is those correspond to numbers, and then this plus sign is you add those numbers. And there's a lock here. Is this what kind of lock? Yeah, it's a number lock. Okay. Padlock in the elevator hallway. Problem is I don't know what numbers these would be associated with. We could just try the number of words in the title. It's not going to be a very big number. We've got a 4-digit number. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 3. There's no way, right? But it would be kind of weird to have a 4-digit number and not use all 4 digits. Yeah, okay. So these probably associate to a number in some other way. Maybe a... Yeah, I don't know. Okay, but keep that in mind. Elevator service sign. Notice elevators out of service. We apologize for the inconvenience. Phone number for the elevator service info is crossed out. Okay. Elevators out of order. Oh, wait, what is this? Espresso machine. Ah, okay. This is how we get caffeinated. Caffeine influence. Okay. I can't interact with the painting. I can't walk anymore toward the camera. Okay. Everything that I could tell. That room. Let's see what's... Oh, wait, there's also the basement. I want to go check the basement. Checking everywhere except the obvious path that it's presenting. There's nothing on display. Nostalgia figurines. $1, collect all 20. Okay, I can spend money here for this vending machine. Don't want to spend money randomly. Water closet. Okay, that's where we take care of our bladder if it becomes a problem. Sure, we'll wash hands. Is this a doorway? It's a shortcut. Okay. We have another set of stairs over here. Anything else on the wall? No, we got 2 ways to go over here. Let's try this left way. Oh, there's one of the document tubes that needs a 3-digit number. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Okay. But I probably need to keep that in mind if we're trying to know what code is associated with that. Open the basement document tube. There are multiple document tubes, right? Drawing board. There are a lot of early sketches and notes on the drawing board. Symmetric design. Estimated project cost. One module cost 10. If that's one module, this looks to be about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, it'll be 11 times 10, or 110 for the total cost. Modern design proposal. North is to the right. Inexpensive materials, economic construction, low-priced interior. Any hidden cost? Not sure why that's highlighted. What is it trying to hit? It's trying to. I think it's trying to guide me to what this is. What I'm supposed to do here. The estimated project cost would be 110. Maybe there's some hidden cost as well to add on top of it. Modular room design. Project team said their cranes cannot rotate modules. Supplier only has one of each module in stock. Prices. Okay, I'm kind of seeing what's happening. Least expensive option, which means there might be multiple solutions, but only. Okay, because the single block is 130. Okay, but then what is this? Is it like a 110 base cost for each module? Perhaps. Oh, supplier has one of each module in stock. I think I have to construct this shape using these blocks somehow. Simple room design. Constructors said our measurements do not make sense. Recalculate the area. Why is the question mark upside? Oh. I have to rotate this whole thing, so it's actually 6 and 18, isn't it? Component-based mansion design. Available components and prices. Remember to report cost to client. Okay. My assumption is that this is just a puzzle for the document tube. What is the difference between all of these different numbers of windows? Okay. Do I have to pick the one that matches the one on the top right? Like I see between the 50 and 150, the lower right window is different. We got 5 windows, 6 window, or just... Okay, wait. What's the difference between the 150 and 195? Oh, no, sorry. What's the difference between the 50 and the 195? Is those 6 windows are those 5 windows are the same. The doorway. Okay, so... Okay, you know what? I think this is something that require... Okay, I think at the beginning it mentioned paper notes, but I think because I'm recording this, it would be much better if I just use Obsidian like I did for blueprints. So I can have that in the recording as well. So we're gonna... I did prepare ahead of time, just in case. I knew this was a puzzle game, but that's all I knew about it. We're gonna get started doing this. Oh, I don't think I can rotate things in the... Can I? No, okay. Okay, and I think that's all of them. I'm not sure what this... Okay, you know what? This is a new thing. The settings are a little awkward. Knowing that I have to change this for each new vault. think it's canvas settings, right? I want that to be zoom. Do I care about snapping? Snapping's probably fine for now. There we go. Okay. This is the only page that I feel like I'm not sure I understand. Okay. Yeah, there's still some pieces to this that I'm not sure about. Okay, but hold on. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, man. Unfortunately, I can't. I need like some features that PRF has, so I can like draw on this. I don't think Obsidian has that capability. I suppose what I could just do for now, I'm just gonna do this. This is the thing we're trying to make out of all these. So we just kind of go one by one here. This one doesn't work because it's missing. Oh no, okay, no, this one doesn't work because it's missing the door. This one has an extra window here. This one looks like it works at first glance. Actually, hold on. Ah, okay. The difference between these two is this little thing here, this little upper window. So this one doesn't have that. This one's missing a window there. Are these sides the same? Looks symmetrical. Okay, but I guess the prices are not the same for each side. This one is missing one of those. This one looks correct. This one's missing a window there. That one's missing a window there. This one. Okay, no, this one also looks correct. What's the difference here? Okay, hold on. Ah, this last piece is a different height. We want the shorter one. Okay, so it should be this. Right? We got 3 windows here. This is short. 2 windows, 2, 2. We got this little center thing. And the upper window, those windows, the doorway. And this is entirely symmetrical. Okay. So we have 400 plus 190. 400 plus 195. Oh, okay. Because this is a new one, I also need to change. Is it here? Vim key bindings, please. Wait, that's not the. Yeah, okay, no, that's correct. Yeah. So that's 595. Okay, so I think that's that page done. Is there just like a a number associated with each page. And then I just have to add up the number for each page. Is that all that I have to do? This one should just be 6 plus 18. Right? If we flip that, that becomes a 6. And that should become an 18. That's 24, right? Okay, and then this one. Least expensive option. I'm not quite sure I understand what's happening here. Cannot rotate one of each. I think I have to may have to make this shape with a combination of these shapes using only one of each. It's a little hard to kind of like you could do that by combining this one and this one, right? You take this 590 piece as the bottom, then you take this one as the top right. That would work, I think. I mean, you could like take this one and this one, like this little piece here kind of fits there, but then you're left with like only half of this upper part. And we can't rotate anything. This one could maybe fill in here. You leave off a little piece right there. But I don't see any of the other ones being able to fit there. This one would fit here, perhaps. I suppose. Okay, yeah. If you took this one and this one, that would fill out this whole right side, and then just kind of one little notch in. I need to do something to make this easier. One option would be to do this. Okay, let's try that. Basically, the pieces here are like this. So this is the shape we're trying to make. And then all these options that we have here. I can try and construct. I think this is what this one is. Looks like about the right ratio. Then that's the next one. And then this one is basically like this. And then that one would be those. Oops. Okay, I think those are all the pieces. Oops, I didn't copy that by accident. Hello? Wrong button. Okay, there we go. We need to find the least expensive option that fills this. That recreates this shape. Okay, how do I want to approach this? Let's just take. We're gonna take this as our kind of starting point. Copy this down here. Okay. So what can we do? I can only use each one once and can't rotate. That helps a little bit. Let's just kind of go one piece at a time. Ooh, okay, here's what I could do. Could color them all differently, actually. That would make it a little bit easier. And let's do that. Did I already use all of them? What's a new color here? We'll just do a darker blue. There wasn't a darker blue already, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, let's do that. There we go. Now we can just do things like this. We can play around with it much easier. Like this would have, there's only one way that that piece could be used. And if we do this, none of the other pieces fit. That's not true. This piece fits. But it leaves off this, just this little section that can't be filled in. We don't have anything that small. Therefore, I think we can just kind of rule out that piece as being an option at all. This has just two places it can go, but only one of them works with what's left. This fits. And that fits. Okay, so there's one solution. Throw that off to the side, since that one can't be used, it looks like. Let me just make sure, are there any other options that make use of this one? I don't think so. Well, this one fits, but not with anything left over. Okay. Then I think that's all we can do with that. Let's try this one. Nothing we can do with that. Okay. I think that one can only be used with the red. Yeah, maybe this is the only option. No, there's two options. These ones can also be used. But there's nothing that one can be used for. Yeah, okay. So we just have two options to compare. These two. All right, this one. Oh, wait, whoops. I accidentally did something there. Just going to go ahead and throw these back over here just to save that for later. I need it. Okay. Oh, you know, I think it's because these things do not like respecting the order. Okay. Here we have 130 plus 315 plus 210. Right? 130 315 and 210. Okay. Use my calculator off to the side here. 130 plus 315 plus 210. 655. Okay, and that is that. Here we have 130 plus 590. That is one that I should be able to do in my head, but I'm too lazy to. 170. Okay. That is not the answer. This is the answer, I think. That's 3 of them done. They all seem to be independent of each other. But this is the only one that I'm not sure about. There was something about a. Is there any way to inspect documents more closely? There was a magnifying glass symbol or something. I don't remember what that was. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this one. Inexpensive, economic, low-priced interior. Is there? There must be something hidden here. I wonder if this is important. This rotation. Is there really no way to rotate these? Hmm. Not really. If I turn my head to the north is top, do I see anything? It's a bit of a stretch, but you could see this is a 7, this is a 6, this is a 1. I guess I don't think that anything in here. No, maybe it's just these hallways that you would count, not these rooms. Uh, Maybe that's the only thing I could think of on that one. Okay, and I think I know this one already, right? We just need to count the number of cubes that make up this shape. There should be. It's symmetrical, right? Okay, so they hid this one back there. So you can see there's a gap here and a gap here, which means this is in the middle, which means this is 3 wide. This back piece. This is got to be 3 tall. These are 2 tall. So it's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Times 10. 130. Right? 5. There's 5 here, then times 2 plus 3. Yeah, okay. All right, so these are all the numbers that we have. We have 130, 761. Not 100% certain on that one. And I realize I don't really know what I'm doing with these numbers yet. I thought it might be related to the document tube, but I think that tube only accepted a 3-digit number. Well, the total is 2165. Okay, let's come back here. Yeah, this only accepts 3 numbers. So maybe it's not related to this, or I did things wrong, or it's one of these numbers. Why don't I just try them all just to see? Uh, 761. I don't think any of these individual numbers are going to work. $6.55? Yeah. Just 24. I assume it would start with the 0. The other option would be 40, of course. 595. Nope. Okay. Figured. So what is this for then? Maybe for something else somewhere. There looks like a little notebook or stack of books on the top shelf that I can't interact with. All right, let's see what's down here. Shredded poster. Ah. Okay, I think if we make the poster, we rearrange the poster, it might make sense. This one's a little tricky to do for like this. As it's angled, and I don't have a good way of unangling it. Hmm. Well, I can just make some shapes with this. You can see there. Oh, okay. Here, actually, you can see this is the top one. So we have four lines that come down. Here's the ZO. The ZO comes here. So the next row is all 4. Straight down. And then here is the bottom of this Lorenzo. The same for... Then after that, this little... I don't know what this is. This little dark shape. Looks like it might be this one. Next. Does this also match with the lines in the background? I think it's this one next. That's just, again, the same. Okay, after that, though, I think it's got to be this one. Oh, wait, hold on. There... Oh, no. Yeah. Hold on. Or is it this one? It's starting to get hard to mentally keep track of where I am on this and which ones I've used. And in what order. And his magic, what? Roses? And where does this one go? It looks like a hand. This also looks like a wrist, but that does not look like it connects. Looks like it connects to this. What stories right here? And I guess this little shading on the hand connects to here. Huh. Okay, so hold on. We've used, how many are there, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I through the first four, which was 1, 2, 3, 4. I said this one. This has got to be the bottom one, right? This strip feels out of place with its shading. Yeah, but this one has to be the bottom one because these are the only two that have that don't touch the top and bottom of the page. These ones have lines all the way. So basically, like, this is gonna be oops. It's gonna be 9 tall along the side like that. Like that whole side is just a wall. Same with this side. And then you can see at the bottom there's a little bit of a connection here. Then we have this. This rose is right above this. This looks like, oh, these look like legs. Oh, this is a rose. I actually see it now. Okay, yeah. So this is the top of the rose. And I think that was this row. So the next row down connects across all the way. And this one is just like that. There's a gap here. Okay, now we have these little rays going downward. This one has the rays going downward. Is that? Oh, yeah. Okay. I think this little shading here is the stem of the rose. Like going behind his hand or in front of his thumb, but then behind his hand. That's what it looks like. So this would, yeah, so that would be the next one like that. And then we have the what's that's the what stories, and we have the do they hold would go there. Ah. So I get something like this, I guess. Kind of makes sense, I guess. But okay, but I don't know what to do with that. But okay. Oh shoot! I didn't even. Okay, that's funny. Okay. That's Wait, what? This is a better angle that I can work with. I need to not be so hasty to start messing with my notes. This game has better in-game stuff. In terms of working with some of this. Silly of me. Okay, let's do this. Okay, worked through it. Have a better idea of what's going on. Oops, not that one. Nope, this one. Okay. That's why the shading was wrong, because it was highlighted. Okay, there we go. I got the shape right at least. Okay, don't know what to do with that though. Memory changed. Interesting. Oh, I misinterpreted how the hand was shaped. Makes more sense now. I mistook the index finger for the thumb. Okay, but what could this be? These could be like walls, something that I don't know. That this could be. Are there numbers hidden in this? You have like a 1 and a 4. No, that doesn't work. Does it look different from a different angle? Okay, I don't know. We have it. Solving things that I don't know what they are for. Ooh, another one. A different shredded poster. Let's do this one properly this time. This looks like the top. Oops, wrong button. That looks like the top piece. This looks like the bottom. Okay, then we have that looks like text that fits under there. No, not quite. No, it would be this one first. But that still doesn't quite fit. Is this the rest of the text there? That looks like it. That fits. These do not fit. Is it this one next? Or is it this one? Oops. Yeah. That's his feet. There we go. Wait, what does this say? No. Something hold. Maybe no, something like something can't hold. No chains can hold, perhaps. The runs of the great in his latest escape act. Okay, well, we've got a second one of these things. We appear to be piecing together something. Perhaps. Yeah, perhaps these will join together. Could form a maze of some sort. $1? Oops. There's some of the paint. Is that the source of the paint? Okay, we got another doorway. I heard a noise. This is a shortcut. We got stairs. What was this one? That was also a shortcut. Stairs lead to somewhere else. Back to the entrance hall. Okay. Ooh, books about numbers. I see there's a book with painting on the right as well. S.C. Bolt's Number Puzzles, Volume 1. Okay, probably good to read all these, huh? Oh, the SC bolt. These are for the shortcut. SC is shortcut, isn't it? Welcome to SC Bolt's Number Puzzles Volume 1, your shortcut to a quicker brain. This collection of my original number conundrums range from beginner to intermediate. Each puzzle can always be answered with a number between 0 and 99, and are all sure to challenge your gray cells. I hope this book will both entertain and train your intellect. Good luck. About the author. Dr. S.C. Bolt was born 1949, has written over 200 puzzle books, and constructed over 50,000 brain teasers and riddles. He is the director of the Puzzle Association of Denmark, and his puzzles have been published in all of the world's biggest publications. Puzzle number 1. Number 2, number 3. Okay. I wonder, these must be the puzzles needed for every shortcut. This is a lot to do. Least amount of turns. Okay. I could, as a test, I could go try this. I don't, theoretically, I could just go through and solve, or attempt to solve all of these right now, but that is a lot. So I think what I'm going to do instead is go one at a time as I encounter the door that requires it. I have this now in my notes already. But when it comes time to solve one, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this in here so I can have it written out. So 16, if I recall, was the one outside. So we have north and south. My guess is we just have a number that goes up around the compass. We have northeast, south, west. North is 0. East we don't know. South is 30. West we don't know. Unfortunately, it's not really. Okay, it's got to be minutes around the clock. Because I mean, you can't really figure out a pattern with just two numbers like that very well. So this should be like this. Yeah, it's got to be the minutes around the clock. If south is 30. So east plus west is 15 plus 45 is 60. Yeah, full circle. Okay. That's probably what's going on there. We'll try that. And yeah, okay. We've got that saved now. I don't need to come back, and I don't need to take a picture of every page right now. TikTok timekeeping systems. Unlike the 12-hour system, the superior 24-hour clock system is divided into 24 hours, counting from midnight to midnight. For example, 0 is midnight, 2014 is 14 minutes past 8 in the evening, and 1847 is 47 minutes past 6 in the evening. Why is that underscored? Maybe this is an actual answer for something? Okay. Counting with Roman numerals. The Roman numeral system uses the 7 symbols. For 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, 500, and 1000. When using this system, one has to arrange them in different ways using addition and subtraction. For example, IX is 9, 10 minus 1, and VI is 6, 5 plus 1. To use some larger numbers as examples, there's some examples all underscored. 1847, again. It's a lot of digits for 1847. Interesting, these are both 1847 as an example, and then they're all, these 3 examples are all years as well. Could also have been used as years. Strobogrammatics for beginners. I don't know what this one is. A strobogrammatic number is a rotationally symmetric ambigram. When written with most standard characters, a strobomatic number can be rotated 180 degrees and appear the same. Okay, so this is like the area thing. So these are strobomatic numbers. Numbers like 8, 11, 69, and so on are all examples of strobomatic numbers. The most recent strobomatic years were 1881 and 1961. The next is far away at 6009. Okay. Got to keep in mind all these. I imagine all of these are going to be used in some combination throughout this whole thing. We've already used a couple of them. Roman numerals haven't come up yet, I don't think. Books about language. This is a good room to find early. Oh, we saw this. This was the sign off on one of the letters, right? Ab imo pectore. From the deepest chest, i.e., from the bottom of my heart with deepest affection. Ars longa vita brevis. Art is long, life is short. And then accursed hunger for gold. Oh, more things. Magnum opus. Memento mori. Memento mortem. Am I going to have to translate some new phrases using this information? It cannot be undone. Men generally believe what they want to. Maybe one day it will be joyful to remember even these things. Okay. My guess for providing this is that I may have to translate some phrases that are not specifically one of these, but involves similar words. Or this is just a way to translate these specific phrases as I come across them later. I've already come across one of these. Write like a philosopher. The Greek alphabet. Oh. Ah, yes. Okay. We saw only the delta showed up. The other symbols, it had a delta, then the delta flipped, and then the same, but with a line through it. That doesn't correspond to any of these. But it might be related somehow. Okay, this is another good one to keep in mind. International cartography. Oh. Oh boy. Okay. It's a lot of info. And honestly, I might want to actually take copies of at least some of these into my other notes. Because when it comes time to use this information to solve something, coming back to this menu every time can be a little cumbersome. Everything not found is labeled as an unretrieved memory. As if I've seen everything before. Okay. $1. Biographies have been torn out from the shelf. The life and times of Lorelei Wise. Pages are torn out. Oh, okay. Renzo Nero. Oh, this is R. Nero. Un animale terrible? That is the title of one of the posters by the elevator, right? Most of the book is covered in red paint, but a few pages and paragraphs are still readable. Given the recurring themes of gambling, Nero's comment about cards in a 1960s interview in Technic and Photography comes as no surprise. There is magic in cards. My childhood friend Gino could do things with cards that I have never seen since. He was good with tricks. Little Gino, Il Bruto, a horrible gambler. He never realized that in order to win, you have to cheat. He was a simple boy who relied on luck. The game is rigged. Cheating is part of the game. The occult always had a hold on Nero. From his scrapbooks and indeed his work, which often included elements like crystal gazing, tarot, and such, we can surmise that he was particularly interested in soothsaying. He once said to Claudia Piccini, editor on The Etymologist's Dream, that he did not need to see the finished cut. He had already seen the whole film in a prophetic vision. He often said in interviews that he did not believe in fate, but to friends he often spoke about different methods to see the future. Contradictions are contrary to my beliefs, he famously wrote to his worst critic, Paul Dumont. Nero's relationship with money was complex. He would often gamble and frequently said that magic and money walk side by side in art. Yet he would contradictively as often claim that money stifled creativity, calling it a red man-eating beast. Whenever he had won big, he would buy a new black suit and gladly spend money on diffuse creative endeavors which were often left unfinished. He would frequently donate money to a local dog shelter since there were no anti-cat shelters to be found. Several friends and acquaintances have told stories about how Nero would carry around large amounts of cash in grocery bags or in his pockets, which would often result in him misplacing or losing them altogether. That's why we find random money everywhere. Besides the technical aspects, Nero had little interest in the historical spectacles created in Cineterzo. The apparatus was too big to create anything that would not be controlled by outside forces. In one of Nero's many manifests, there is a satirical proposal claiming that only dictators should be allowed to direct films. The holiness of creative control is a recurring theme in Nero's scribblings and work. As time passed, his opinion would swing, and he instead regarded being out of control as the only viable way to create art. Surrendering to the ether, Nero calls it in another manifest. Nero's time at Cineterzo is rarely spoken of, but he spoke of it briefly and admittedly vaguely in 1959 interview with Swedish TV's Lars Allend. I heard the whispers in the stomach of the behemoth Cineterzo, the old vanguard survivors from the silent era. I knew that there was an ancient conspiracy I wanted in. Nero hated distinctions and swung like a pendulum between art house and exploration. Yet the majority of his body of work isn't entirely inaccessible. A Dog Like All Other Dogs is still frequently aired on TV in Italy and Germany. An Automobile is constantly screened at cult movie festivals. His work has found an audience, but Un Animale Terrible definitely ended his already limited commercial appeal. Nero had crossed the line between eccentric and madman, and the distributor abandoned the film after its premiere. Okay, so those posters are for two of his films. Perhaps I require the year or something related to their release. The first and only cinema sostenuto project was a Trojan horse. An American studio, likely not too familiar with his earlier work, had been convinced that Nero would create a cheap gothic horror film, which was in vogue at the time. Had they read Nero's attached manifest, it is unlikely that they would have given him a cent. An early draft of the proposal suggested, hopefully jokingly, that the audience should be lined up and shot after each screening. What the heck? He had a great interest in technique, and his friend Kai Agatz remembers their visit to an electronic art symposium well. He called the whole exhibition a one potato meal, but he kept coming back to Weiss's parodic computer, which failed at every task given. It aligned well with his thoughts about machines surpassing humans, and while still being inept at everything since they were built by morons. He called Weiss a woman with laser eyes, said that he already knew they would soon work together. Wait. Is that perhaps our character? We only know of either her first or last name. I forget which. I don't know if we know Signoria. Okay. I can't. Oh, I can use this. I can start music. Missed out on having the music while we were reading everything. There's more stairs in the back. This goes to the entrance hall. Let me just take a peek at this at least. Okay. Looks like there's some special books along the shelves, numbered books even. Wow. Okay. There's red paint on that wall and the left wall. Oh, but I can't get to the left. Interesting. Okay, it looks like it snaps into a few different positions. This could be phases of the moon. And then we press space to activate. Okay, I think there's a series of moon phases to unlock this. Hold on. There was a place to spend money. Do I want to do that? I'm curious about it. But I know I can't really spend money carelessly, right? Let's just do one. I gotta know what this is. Ah. Okay. This depicts a time. Is it frozen in time? There's also some curious circles around that are not symmetrical. Why does it have a little antenna? What time is this depicting? We'll assume if it's a clock, it's a 12-hour. This would be 11, or somewhere around 11:40. Are there other places to spend the money, or is this just where I'm supposed to spend the money to get all those things? I don't know. All right, before I go on, let's head back out here. Should go save, and then let's try to open the shortcut as well. I don't know what the reason for having this shortcut is. Okay, what was it? It was 60, right? Just double check. Put it down here. 60, yeah. Locked. Ooh. Isn't this not hard to brute force? There's only like 100 options. Hold on. Wanted to see this real quick. So one of these symbols matches one of the Greek letters, and not the other ones. Okay. And let me just kind of. The books page is the one that has everything. That's the Latin phrases, Greek alphabet. Yeah, just delta. Oh, there's a symbol above the door. I had noticed that, but I had not made the connection. I think that matches what's on the card. Right? That diamond elongated left and right with a dot in the center. Yeah. I still think it could be related to the statues outside. Okay. I don't know about the posters on the right yet. Let's explore this room finally. Oh, another dollar. Really got to walk everywhere to make sure. Oh, there's another one to make sure the camera gets everywhere. Okay. Another one of these. Don't have any information about those. We have 5 other directions to go from here. This is back to the book room. Yep. Okay, let's try this side. The Ace of Hearts. Upside down. Film poster. A film by, it's another Nero film. Nero seems to be the mastermind behind everything that's going on here, huh? This is locked with a number, probably, yeah, these are probably all related to like release dates of his films. Padlock, east of foyer. Okay, that's another shortcut. Yeah, okay, let's try this way. West door with a W that looks more like an upside down M, to be honest. Astronomical clock with things going on. Roman numerals. Interesting. Oh, okay, so that's how we submit. And then we can rotate. Okay. I might. Okay, each ring has a set of Roman numerals. And each ring has an arrow that can point to one of the what are the things on the outer ring? Those are Are they related to constellations, or what's the other thing? Like a, oops, I don't know. Yeah. Astrology, is that what I'm thinking of? All right, I think I need to know what these numbers are, and then at some point I'll know what numbers are associated with each of these symbols, and then I can make that connection. So how do I want to do this? These notes are going to get unwieldy. I'll probably reorganize them in between sessions. Okay, well, let's just start by writing out what all of these are. MCMXXXII, right? Yep, okay. MCMXXIV. We're just going in from the inner circle to the outer circle. Maybe it makes more sense to go outer circle to inner circle. That's maybe a little less confusing. Okay, but this is the second inner circle. Let me double check. I got it right. MCM XXIV. Okay. Okay. Wait. Let me restart from the outer circle just to do this better here. We got MDCCXCVIII. Yeah. Okay. And then the next one, MDCCCVII. Then oh, okay. There's just four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So it should be all of these. Okay. Now, astronomical clock, question mark. Let me just go ahead and grab the Roman numeral thing here. Okay. I don't know if I've ever really had to decode Roman numerals of this length. Let me try and do this. So we have M, which is 1000, and then we have a D. So it should be 500. And then we have CC, which should be 200. But then we have XC, which should be 90. And then we have +5 +3. I think that's how this works. 1000 +500 +200 +90 +5 +3. If I did that right, we'd get 1789. 1000 +500 +300 +5 +2. 1000 +500 +300 +5 +2. Oops, wrong button. 1807. I figure these are all going to go into years. Follow a similar pattern to these ones. This one, 1000 plus 100. No. Plus 1000 minus 100 be 900 plus XX 20 plus 4. 1000 plus 900 plus 20 plus 4. 1924. This one, 1000 plus 900 again, plus 30 plus 2. That looks 1932. Okay. And then I think somewhere I'm going to find some association between years and these symbols. And then it's just a matter of selecting the right one. Okay. There we go. West door is locked, and I certainly don't have anything that could be used for that. Okay. Nothing else in this room. Let's go. Oh, there's that diamond symbol above the doorway. Is that a key hanging from the chandelier? It doesn't have the M on it for the west door. Does it? That's totally the key to the door. I like how it's moving to help draw your eye to it. We have 2 film posters here. This must be the automobile. And this one we don't know. Okay, but it looks like we need these 2 movie posters to unlock this door. Okay, yeah, I think it's got to be the release year or something for all of these. But this might be like the second half of the year for it, and the second half of the year for that one. So you get 4 digits. Something blocks the way. It's just a large wooden object. Could be like a secret bookshelf on the other side or something. That looks like it connects back over to this room, doesn't it? It's gotta be this. The back of this bookcase. Interesting. I just was noticing the pattern on the floor here. There's not gonna be any puzzles with the patterns on the floor, are there? I would hope not. Doesn't look like it. Dancheon? Exhibition opening 2014. What year and game is it? Visit the exhibitions on the 2nd floor. Okay. Another film poster. I can't interact with this cabinet. Looks like I do. T. Delisi? Or no, that would be a D. Goes backwards. No, wait, no. The letters themselves are forward, but the word is backward. Interesting. On the poster itself, the capitalization is different. This makes it look like the words are backwards. Okay. But again, we have a poster next to a locked door. More posters next to locked doors. Here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. This must be the 4 digits of the combination associated with each of these frames. Order. Yeah, so that's the order. Okay. Oh, these all show the same. Ah, okay. This is all for one film. I can see that you have the words for each one. It's the etymologist dream. Okay, but it's possible to rearrange these, and I think it matches the actual poster, perhaps. I'm trying to imagine what the solution for this. If I knew the year for this poster, at this point, I feel like I'm pretty confident it's going to be related to the years for each one. If that's what it was, I think you would take the year. we would reshuffle a year according to the arrangement of this, and then that would be the order used for this. Well, this is just 1, 2, 3, 4 in order. We would just rearrange the year according to that, basically, I think. I hope this is how that's all going to work. It makes sense. Another document tube. We have a shortcut here. Square on the floor is a little different. Sculpture, like an empty frame. There is a hole in the forehead of the sculpture. Well, I'm sure I don't have anything. Shove it in. Nope. Okay. Insert something in the sculpture's forehead. It looks like a diamond symbol. Another one of these. American dollar. Making sure there's nothing suspicious on the bookshelf. Right. That one looks like the bottom. This one looks like the top. Then that finishes off the letters over there. Maybe this one next. Nope. Okay, but this one would be under that one. This one might be on the above the bottom. That one looks like the top part of a hat. This goes there. Latest mystery show. Oops. Hold on. Okay, it looks like everything there. Another computer. 2014. Wheelchair. Oops. Another coat hanger that can't be used. Try the door. Locked, of course. We have 3 more paths. Let's try this way. There's like a. I just realized there's like a weird kind of projected overlay on the environment. Like where I'm standing looks like kind of like a doorway or something. It's like all shifting, and I can kind of see some faded something up here. Is that just part of the texture for the aesthetic? Kind of interesting. Another poster. The top and the bottom, and then the letters complete there. Those do go together, but where? Or does this go here? Oh, yeah, that goes there. For some reason, it looked like it still matched the other one, but no. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, these are still not correct. Oh, that's a hand. Okay, I see it now. And he's holding something there. Here to the blind, heal the sick. Vermilion ears. Okay, I can't walk anywhere else along the side. Let's try to the right. All right. Save frequently. 1847. Looks like a maze on the door, doesn't it? Lots of red paint. All right, let's try the door. Locked. All right, 1847 was one of the rooms mentioned on one of the notices, right? To return something to them, I think. It was the notice about the missing script pages? No, this one's 1963. I remember that thing happened, just not the year. I think 1847 was one of the numbers. Was that the one for the? I think it was the entrance key, the entrance for the number pad code for the entrance. Another document tube. Another shortcut. Finding lots of shortcuts from the wrong side. This was the one, right? Oh, no one there. Another coffee machine. Espresso machine. This one's locked. I don't see any posters nearby, though. Only 3-digit. Okay. It's the different one. Another shortcut. There doesn't appear to be anything in this room that might hint at this doorway, though. Maybe in here? Oh, saw the dollar. Yet another one of these. What are these going to be used for? That's the top one. Where's the bottom one? Oh, not quite. What am I missing? This one? Yeah, there we go. Playing cards turn into keys. Huh? Yeah, I wonder if these are all pieced together in some way. Wait. Am I running out of options for directions to check? Pretty sure I already checked everywhere. Let's see. That's not very good. Let me go back up to here. Okay, let me just start opening some of these books. See what's going on here. Stuck. Stuck. Let me just try all of these for now. Okay, I think if there's something going on, it's probably on this one since we got the paint here. None of these dates immediately jump out at me, so might as well just try them all. It could be I need to try some in a specific order so that brute forcing like this doesn't work. Oh, but an American dollar was hidden on top of the book. Yay. Interesting. Should I really just try all of them? I mean, it doesn't take that long just to brute force and try everything. And this is probably, I think there's something more going on here, but it probably requires pulling a specific sequence of books. And my guess is the red paint was just hinting at the dollar. I'm just hoping for something else random to happen. Like the dollar. But maybe it's his, yeah, okay, I think I'm not going to waste my time doing the other ones. We don't have any solution for this. I'm trying to see if I can't rotate it to see what's on the side of it. I can't read that. It's a Roman numeral. Oh, you can just briefly make it out for a second. Why can't you spin this? I want to spin this. Why do they tease you with it like that? Is there some way that I'm supposed to discover that and that makes more sense? It looks like MDCCCX. What would oh, probably a 1 V11. I could probably do this. Oh, if I'm fast enough. Yeah. I feel like this isn't the intended way to get this information. Feels a little too janky. But I have it, so let's just write it out. MDCCC. Actually, it's still a little bit hard to tell. I think this is an X. Yeah, it looks more like an X there as well. X and then IVII. This would be 1000 plus. Wait, what was D? How did I forget what D is? 500. C is 1000, or sorry, 100 plus 300 plus 10 plus 4 plus 2. 1816. And I already tried the book 1816, but it's stuck. Okay, there's nothing else. I can't walk any further. Okay, how do I get to the other left side? Looks like I have to find whatever room. There's an upper room on the above here. How do I get that key? right there. But I can't get around to the right side. It must be behind that door is how we get over to the library. This doesn't connect. It connects through here. Shortcut. Okay, I think I probably need the elevator. Have I checked that tube? I think so. Yeah, I did. I want to make sure it's on the list of things through here. The Ace of Hearts. It's upside down. Oh, I see. Actually, this is going to be a number that we have to flip over. Photographic memory. We go to books for strobograms. 1961 was the most recent one. So this is likely the only candidate that could be used for this. And it's just the same number. Oh, right. I think before I said this was related to like the area thing, but no, these numbers specifically are the same number when flipped upside down. The area thing was just a number that needed to be flipped upside down. Is a number that looks different when flipped upside down, but still looks like a valid number. I don't know what the term is for that. It was 1961. I'm surprised. Okay, so it's okay. The other option is it's not a strobomatic number. It's like the area thing where you flip the year upside down and it looks like a different valid number. There are probably only so many options that could be actually, right? Numbers that look like other numbers when written upside down. We have 1, 6, 8, 9, and 0. Yeah, there's still quite a lot of options. So the year of that movie is likely going to be 19 something. So this code probably ends in 61. Okay, but there's still a lot of options. I don't think I want to try and brute force that. There's no guarantee that it's that's actually correct either. I suppose. Okay, you know, I'm gonna for my notes. Okay, I gotta. This is just gonna make this easier for me. I'm gonna do the Ace of Hearts. I'm gonna write out all of the movie names so I can try and remember which ones there are. I don't think there. And let me double check this in case this mentioned Lorelei Weiss. Okay, I see. This is not. The letter addressed a different name. But this is the person mentioned here, unless we have multiple names or something. Okay, this mentioned some of his pieces. The Etymologist's Dream. Oh crap! How do you spell this? Okay, I think that's right. Let's see. What else do we have in here? There's a 1959 interview. A dog like all other dogs. An automobile. Okay. But there's no years associated with any of these in these notes. It might not be the year that I need for them. It might be something else. I think this is something too. It might not be a poster. Cinema. Sostenuto. I wonder if the gallery above might have some info, maybe? Okay. What were the books back here? Are these ones I can use? That was the language books. Okay. All right, let's go back. We gotta look around more. Retrace steps, double check for anything that I missed. That's a shortcut. Right, we have this. I don't know what to do with. I think this one was a shortcut. Interesting that this is an option. Should I do this more? I don't remember. What did it say about money? Spend your American dollars wisely. Their amount is finite and new things to purchase might be discovered. Okay, I mean, is there enough money to buy everything that you could buy? If you find all the money, will you be able to buy everything? And is it just letting you know to not spend your money all at once? You probably want to hold on to your money a little bit. What's happening? Oh, we met him. I was going to come back and check in on that talking room. We have the man. A man. Signoria. I'm happy like 1,000 children to see you. Please forgive my absence. Why does he have some red paint? Blood? Something? I think what we've been seeing everywhere looks like paint. There's been paint buckets too. Is this the guy that's been leaving all the news? I had some matters I need to discuss with the Americans. The red substance. Ask about the telephone call. Ask about the project. Ask about the dog. Can I ask about everything? Can we just start with the red substance? First things first, Signoria. You must above all get to know this house. After all, it is your art that will reveal all its secrets and memories. This is crucial to the project. Now, Signoria, if you would excuse me, as you can see, raindrops fall on man and hedgehog alike. I have to go and clean up all this red paint. Call me on my room number about your findings. But call me on my room number about your findings. We must uncover everything. We don't get to ask him about everything. I'm staying in room 1963. Ignoria, you will of course be needing your room key. I left it at the reception desk. Good luck, Ella. What is my character's name? Is it first and last name? 1963 column. Okay. Get room key at the is this not the reception desk? Or do I have to walk around? Yeah, I think I have to walk around. Telephone directory. Oh dear. Are these also addresses or something? It's like a name, address, telephone number. There is a lot here. Okay. There's a telephone right there. Let's go ahead and... I meant to go to the computer. Another surveillance monitor. A letter, some money. Los Angeles, January 2nd, 1963. Is another thing with last year highlighted. It has come to our attention that Mr. Nero has contracted you to work on his project. We are writing to let you know that we are not involved in any capacity with Mr. Nero nor any of his projects as of late last year. Oh, this is probably the code to the cabinet that's on the side, isn't it? Anyone choosing to still associate with Mr. Nero after receiving this letter will be regarded as complicit in Mr. Nero's game. Furthermore, my personal advice for your own safety is to not engage with Mr. Nero, as it has been proven time after time that his behavior is erratic, perhaps even dangerous. Sincerely, Robert Sidney. 1962. Oh, nope, this is something else. Oh, wait, what? Okay, we got some... Oh. I see. Okay, there's only one number that can be made here. We have a couple different numbers that could be made here. A few different numbers. You can do 2, you can do 3, you can do 5. It looks like these are both the same. These are all the same. So 2, 3, and 5 are oh, or you can do 6 as well. You can do 6 as well. Okay, well, unlock the key cabinet. We'll think about that in a minute. Oh, is this our key right here? No, it's a pen or something. Let's try the monitor. A woman painting in the garden. I'll go check that out before calling. Oh, look what they're painting. The same sort of symbols, different arrangement. I don't see anything else out of the ordinary here. You know, I guess the guy did kind of just ignore our question, so it probably wouldn't have mattered what we decided to try and ask him. He appears to have left quite a new trail of footprints. Unlock the key cam. Get room key at the reception desk and call him at 1963. Wait, isn't that the same number that was on here? Yeah. Is the reception desk through here, maybe? Nope, that's a shortcut. Probably to the outside? No. The outside door was closed from the other side. I'm pretty sure. Pronto. Timmy, what did you find? That's keep your hat on and boots off. Okay. Huh. Okay, am I supposed to open this to get the key? Because I don't see any other key at the reception desk. I assume this is the reception desk, right? Don't know where else it would be. Okay, let me take a look at this real quick. Ah, there we go. There was a 1, of course. I didn't realize that that would get hidden under that. 1962, right? Uh, 5, 2. There we go. Ah, the 2014 key. All right, let's just go straight there. Oh, there are also new footprints. You can see where he went. I think his room is over here, right? Oh, you can hear him in there. Oh, I can knock. Yes. Did you find the pages? Slide them in under the door. I do not have the pages. What were those pages? um, the missing script pages. There's 9 of them. Has cosmic personal value, maybe related to some of the astronomical stuff that we've come across. Mine was wait, what the was it 2014? Yeah. I should read this. Found in the key cabinet behind the reception counter. The head has an embossing which reads 2014 on the side, and on the other side, a small symbol of what looks like 2 hands and a sphere over the words Unertag is embossed. It's shiny, and the cuts of the blades are sharp. It is much heavier than it looks. The condition and design indicates a recent production. The key's weight can presumably be attributed to its interior, which must be made of a material of great weight, a design characteristic used to emphasize importance. The tiny emblem on the head could be interpreted to mean many things. In several cultures, 2 hands symbolizes protection. Oh yeah, I forgot. I wanted to. Wait. Okay, hold on. Before I go in there, before I forget, the other thing I wanted to try is I'm not going to forget walking into that room, but I might forget trying this other thing. Let me just double check. This said Robert Sidney. Is Robert Sidney in here? Was this last name? Let's see. I do not see an R. Sidney. Is it a first name? Try Robert. No. What could I call any of these random people? There are probably some specific names I could call to get something. Are there any other names that I recognize? I'm not likely to recognize any just glancing through this. Was there a DuPont or there's a similar name? I think I don't remember what it was. Yeah, nothing's jumping out immediately, but I'm not likely to recognize any just doing that. Okay, let's go check the room. Oh yeah, I wanted to make sure I have these all written out still. It's Ilib. We'll write it like that. Oh, I wonder. Do I need to take the year and do it backwards? It's not the actual title of the film backwards, but it makes it look like it's backwards with the capitalization. Use the key. Oh. I hope. I don't know. Do I want them to be alive and asleep or dead? What's worse? Sleeping old woman. Yeah, okay. Don't mind me just coming into your room while you're asleep. Wait. This is. I was told I was getting the key to my room. Didn't I? Wait. Isn't it? Oh, there's the same. Oh, that's the symbol on the key then. The hands with the circle. The name of the resident is redacted. The date of admission is 2014. Okay, so this is the time in game. Very different I expected given the letter we found in the glove box of the car. Maybe that was not our car. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, but this is a summary from December 14th, I assume. Miss Someone suffers from something and something. The latter is believed to be a symptom of early stages of something. It is likely that Mrs. Someone's condition is something. Lately, Mrs. Someone has been receptive to her verbal communication. Nurses have seen noticeable reactions when monitoring things such as family members, friends, places, when mentioning things such as family members, friends, places she has visited, or things related to her work. As it is believed this verbal stimuli is beneficial for Mrs. Someone, the care team intends to find out more about her. Visitors will be encouraged to communicate with her using verbal stimuli the care team finds advisable. A different resident? No, same resident. This is just a summary of 2 days later. The name of a place she used to visit. Find out names. Find out name of parents, any other family, and uncle, perhaps projects worked on. Names or nicknames of friends, acquaintances, etc. Find out about exhibitions, any specific contribution, exhibitions, music she liked, band name. Oh, there's a doorway there. Let's try interacting with the sleeping old woman. She is fast asleep. Wake her up. Probably can't be woken up. Oh, gee. Young woman, before I go, please help me see. Uh, what? Help the woman see. She is mumbling. Listen. The piece at Electronic Art Symposium Cafe photo exhibition. Aunt, mother, father. Sculpture project. Telex name. Delphine's band. What the? Mother, sister. These are different. Coitus band name and Telex Eunice project. Huh. Oh. Oh dear. Okay, we have to. We have to find. We have to find what these are. Okay, this is something that I would think I would rather have in my notes. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I see what happened. Okay. And they redacted her name and information to make it interesting to try and figure this out. Okay. A broken mirror. That's very red and shimmery. Let's see what's over this way first. Are these some of the films? Stack of empty video cassette boxes. Find video cassettes. Ah. You know what? There. That's easier. Oh, okay. I didn't expect to just hit this. Banker Renato leaves the city life behind and decides to sail the ocean to experience the calm of being in eye of a storm. He robs his own bank to buy a ship, which he names Lily Christine. Throughout his journey, he meets creatures and seafarers who all seem to bear resemblance to people he has met before. 1984 drama, a film by Renzo Nero, starring what Albus, Hour 51. Not sure what the Albus is referring to. Oh, an American dollar. Yay. I do Tbilisi? Tbilisi? The irresponsible Lieutenant Resnick serves in a distant outpost during World War I. Out of boredom, he cuts out his eyes to get sympathy from his commanding officer, Major Lorenz, whom he later seduces. A strange and dangerous love affair plays out while the war creeps ever closer. Okay, next, Ace of Hearts. This was the upside down one, right? Unfortunately, the number doesn't make much sense upside down. Gambler Roberto loses a bet to the one-eyed radical Lori. Cancel his debt, she wants him to infiltrate the military industrial complex. When Roberto inadvertently causes an international diplomatic crisis during a game of cards, Lori decides that a nuclear war is unavoidable, and in the name of peace, they form the terror group, the Ace of Hearts, to speed up the process. What the heck? I guess a 2 upside down doesn't really look like any other number unless you kind of mess with it. Unless No, you can't. Okay, yeah, I don't know then. Darn. A card. Oh, maybe that's important. The Ace of Hearts obtained. Can I turn the card into a key like that poster was talking about? The etymologist's dream. R, an ordinary librarian, finds the indecipherable book 1,000 years ago in his library. The words within puzzle him, and his research leads him to an underground book club. Is this related to the club that we have here? Maybe not. Where he befriends Elle. She takes him to a fortune teller, and in the crystal, they see that R wrote 1,000 years ago himself. Dog like all other dogs. In post-war Dusseldorf, the homeless Rudy. Oh, this is the name of the dog outside too, isn't it? Looks for his blind dog. Oh, okay. That dog is named after this person. Lazarus. Oh, the blind dog's name is Lazarus. Lazarus. In the ruined city, as Rudy realizes that dogs have more value than him, he transforms himself into a Labrador, only to find himself in a constant fear of being cooked and served at a fancy restaurant. Oh, maybe the dog outside is him. Wow. 34 minutes. A short one. Do I need to pay attention to any of these names? I could end up looking at these names in the phone directory. Three women, all named Regina, lose their minds after hearing rock singer Little Leif on the radio. To symbolize their higher state of consciousness, they change their names to Retina, and as they learn that Little Leif is to perform in Helsinki, they steal a sports car to embark on a violent quest to find the man of their dream. Heck. As Ronaldo is left by his wife and children, he cuts out the eyes. So much eye related stuff. Uh, of the family cat Lucia in a fit of revengeful rage. When insects start to devour the still living cat, it turns from white to black, and Ronaldo starts to keep a journal about its decay using macrophotography. What? And this is a 3-hour, 15-minute film. What the heck? Ooh, the third eye. No description. Curious. The back of the box is completely blank, but there is a note inside. Cinema Sostenuto Manifesto. Cinema does not need people to exist. A piece of art exists in itself and for itself. All art can and should not be for mankind. We must make special cinemas for showing movies that transcend the human experience and shift the perspective from the viewer. Such a cinema has no need for chairs or popcorn, and it has no room or need for people at all. A projectionist starts the film and is given ample time to vacate before the credits. Then the show begins. No chatter, no commercials, no inane questions about the plot. Pure cinema, untarnished by greedy eyes. Hmm. Why the third eye has no description? Is that what this is about? Okay, so we just had a bunch of empty boxes with info about all of them, but no cassettes for any of them. Oh, I wonder if that's the same maze on the other door. We've got a ladder. Maze lithograph. Nothing else back here. Okay, take a look at that. What's it say on the bottom? Looks like room something, 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 1963. That's probably a name, not room. It starts with an R. Okay, I don't know what to do with this, but I'm gonna add this one to my notes. Actually, let me take the whole thing, including the little text at the bottom. The only other, this could be related to a maze, but probably not this one. It is the 3x3 grid, I notice. But, I don't know what to make of that otherwise. Okay. Well, we'll keep that in mind for later. Some more money. It's got some paint on it. Another document tube. If these are names, I wonder if I can find any of them in the phone book. It might be titles of the document, though. All right, it looks like nothing else in here. Weak. Okay, is that everything in here? I think so. How was your room, Zignoria? Okay, it was my room for some reason. It was occupied. Was it what you expected? Compliment the room choice. Explain that there was someone in there. That he's... We'll go with that. You really like puzzles, Signoria. Let me think. I've got it. You were the someone. Oh, I see. That was an inventive riddle, Bella. Or is Bella not a name? Is it a term in another language I'm not familiar with? Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. So it's like he doesn't know that person's in there, and that person might not really be in there, or something weird going on. Maybe there's some time shenanigans going on. Now, Signoria, I forgot to ask you the most important thing. Did you bring the script pages like we agreed? There was no agreement. The pages were lost. Are these the pages that were mentioned? Let's say this. Go with that one this time. This is a problem bigger than a jackpot. A very big problem. How do you suppose we find out how it ends? I suggest you make it a very high priority to bring them to me. Bring script pages to the room. I don't suppose those are the ones in the tubes. Let me take a look at that. This does look like the same maze. Oh, I need to check the Ace of Hearts. Found in a video cassette box of the film Ace of Hearts. The back of the card has swirly red letters which read Club Rogue Monte Carlo. It has a small circular brown stain. In rural parts of Southern Europe, it is believed that using playing cards as coasters could cure all kinds of spiritual ailments. However, the size of the stain hints at it being from an espresso cup, which indicates an urban origin. It is possible that the card was a possession of a highly superstitious metropolitan. I wonder if that could be our ticket into the caravan, perhaps. Was this a shortcut over here? Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can get through any of the painting doors. Oh, this is unlocked now, and there's a scary red ghost. All right, so this has this one backwards. The date for that one was 1950. You could try 0591. Or yeah, because the full thing, the full title's backwards. Hey, I'm surprised you get all the posters at once like that. I think not all of them are necessarily straightforward. Okay, January 9th, 1847. Okay, I'm sensing a pattern with these notes here where you have a date and then you have something in there that tells you how to use the date as a code for something, probably for the safe in this very room. Dear brother, my worries were not without cause. Things have started to appear. A red hallway behind a clock. A theater. The baronin is changing and speaks in a puzzling tongue. Minutes and hours are years. At this very moment, time is the year. She said as if it was rehearsed line from a play. The crimson beast skulks these halls now, playing strange games and whispering horrible words. It wants to swallow all. Tonight, if such a time even exists, we are invited to a performance. Something will happen. There is violence in the air. Ab immobictore, your brother. That was the same phrase. Right? Was it like from the bottom of your heart or something like that? Yeah, from the deepest chest. Okay. Let me just double check what the safe looks like. Right. I see. That's to try opening it. We have two combinations, a large two dials. Okay. Which would represent minutes and hours, perhaps. 1948. Minutes and hours are years. At this very moment, time is the year. Okay. Okay. 1847 on a 24-hour clock. Probably. Do we need to convert that into 647? Since it normally that sort of clock is the 12 hours. So maybe 647? Usually the smaller hand is the hour. Okay, yeah, look at that. It's going through the hours. Let's see. This would be 30, or if we got 47, 45, 46, 47. Hey. Oh. For the, okay, no, obtained a computer disk. Well, there was a computer up here. Nope. Let's say first. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Was locked away in a safe. This is disk 4. A safe box. KLB Electronics 3 megabyte magnetic storage is printed on the housing. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Save file 4 is written in neat handwriting. The manufacturer of this diskette is KLB Electronics, a pioneer in computer storage and electronics products. It was likely produced in the late 1970s or early 1980s based on the writing on the label is from the same time and indicates that the content of a save file for a game called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, which is remarkably inconsistent. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes was a game developed by Imogo during 2020s, and by then magnetic discs were completely obsolete. We have some sort of meta puzzle going on here. It's this is why I suggested saving. I think when I load this, I go away from this save and start this save. Zoom from that save. Okay. I see. I think. Well, we're gonna have to try it. I don't know if I want to try it yet. I'm also curious about the gallery, since that appears to be unlocked now. Let me just take a peek in there. At least. Okay. Is this a Lorelei wise gnome? Granite. In gnome, we are invited to see the thoughts of a person as they are formed. 9 slates, some containing letters forming a seemingly nonsensical word, seem to grow as ideas on the subject's forehead. The piece is cryptic, even maze-like, and ultimately leads us to use our imagination to project our own ideas onto its slates. Yeah, I kind of see the word zone reaching out there. You got an R, a random R. Not sure what to do with that. We got a keypad, looks like, and a locked door. Yeah, okay. Keypad. Ooh, okay. This corresponds to the I think we need to know what numbers, what order to it's going to be these 5. Yeah, okay, at the bottom there's 5. There's lights. Yeah, those are going to light up. So these are the 5, and I need to know what order to push them in. Ooh, okay, but we don't know. Is there some word that we can make out of these letters? We have zone, zoner. I don't even know if that's actually a word. What else can we do? You can spell Nero. That is the guy's name, right? Yeah, and R. Oh, it's R Nero. Oh no, there's not 2 R's. There's 1 R and a Z. What if I just spell Nero? Forget the Z. Nero. Yeah, but we still need the Z. What if we do the Z first? Did I do that right? I might have been too quick on the movement. Okay, I'm not sure yet. Come back to that. Oh. Oil on canvas. Having mostly used her talents in training in traditional paintings, landscapes, and portraits, Horsfald's motifs became more and more minimal, sometimes even simple, by the end of her life. Her later work would often include mystic symbols, some not deciphered to this day. Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Sun. Okay. There's another little square here on the floor that's different. It's like most of the squares on the floor are kind of. No, okay. I guess these also have a border. Let's see, anything else? I can't go into like any of the corners over here, can I? No. Anything on the back of this? Okay, the red ghost is still going forward. We have another shortcut room on the right. Can I interact with this painting? Lithograph. These look like numbers. Vaguely. I can see the 4 and the 5. I think a 1 at the bottom. I guess a 3 and 8. 7. Oh, look. Okay, hold on. So this would be. Oh, whoops! I think I missed it. There we go. We have 1,000 plus 500 plus 300 plus plus XL 40. L is L's 50, right? Yeah. And then 5 plus 2. And this gives us 1,000 plus 500 plus 300 plus 40 plus 5 plus 2. 1847. Okay. My guess is this keypad is not labeled. Yeah. Okay. The painting itself tells you the numbers. So let me just go ahead and figure that out. Oh. All right, we have something looks like a 0, 8, 4, 3, 5. Something 7, 1. So that one's probably 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing 6. 6 and 9. That one looks like 6. That one looks like 9. If I kind of squint at it. Okay. Inputting this is going to be 1847. Okay, hold on. Do I want to do this now? I'm kind of just... There's a way this way, too. Ooh. Sledgehammer. Hole in floor. There's an American dollar crumpled up under the sledgehammer. Okay. Can't take the sledgehammer. The hole blocks the way. Oh, I can jump down. Let's not jump down just yet. That probably leads somewhere interesting, though. I should probably open the shortcut while I'm here. Shortcut 6. All right, let's find this. Go to number 6. Where am I doing all the shortcuts? Over here? What is x plus y plus z? Okay. We have dice. Are these normal dice? Normal dice, I believe opposite sides add to 7, right? Is that consistent with what we're seeing? Or are these 3 different dice for each row? I think this is one dice, and the sides are different. Like there's not gonna be normal for each for real dice. So okay, here's what we can do. Okay, we can see that it's rotating. We have the 6 on the top on all 3 cases. It's the same orientation here, which means that this has to be rotated 180 degrees. So kind of this would mean that the 5 is opposite the 2 and the 3 is opposite the 4. We can see the 4 is here. If we just mentally rotate this counterclockwise so that the 4 is here, that should be the 2. Am I mentally rotating that correctly? I think so. And then it's the same situation in all of these, where you have the top number is the same, and you just tell what direction they're being rotated. Basically, these two tell you. These two give you all um, all 5 sides besides the bottom, and then you just need to mentally rotate it to figure out what this is. And it looks like is it not going to be the kind of the same on all of these. We take this, rotate it so that the 4 is right here. It should just be the 1 again. Like it's the same. It's like kind of the same ordering. Is it not? Okay, but this time we have a. Okay, but I guess it's the same because this one had the 4 here and the 4 there, but this one has the 1 here, which is a different spot over here. So if we rotate the 1 to be here, then it's just going to be the 5. So it's 3, 8. Let's try it. Nice. Where does this lead? Somewhere I haven't been. And we've got 2 doors. Another shortcut from the other side. This is a shortcut as well. Yeah, okay. This is kind of a shortcut connection hallway. Okay. I kind of need to take a break. There's a lot to do that we will resume next time.